At Alabama as well. Once he got to college, wound up focusing on football.
BC offense that wants to be even more multiple this season, and we'll see Lonergan throw for the first time right on the money to Reed Harris. 74 rushing yards against Duquesne last season, scored a touchdown in the Pinstripe Bowl as well. 2nd and 7. Lonergan flushed out of the pocket and settles for a reception near the midfield.
In crucial situations, consistent hands.
When you're gaining on Zay Flowers in any record book, that's a high compliment. 3rd and 2. Lonergan throws on the money again. It's complete to Bond again. And a first. And I love how Bond was not shy about saying, I'm the best route runner on this BC team. Lonergan will throw, man over the middle and just out of. First player from the state of Montana to play on any ACC roster. 2nd and 10. Lonergan throws, passes caught across the 30 down to the 24-yard line. 7 yards here on this opening drive. A couple of third down conversions as well. Here on first down, looking for his favorite target, Bond again. Bond has helped out physics major at Fordham. A sense of the IQ. 2nd down and goal for the Eagles on this opening drive. Lonergan will throw, has a man inside the 5, and a touchdown. Jordan McDonald. This is Lonergan from his own 15-yard line. Has time, lofts it downfield in the direction of Bond, who hauls it in, out across the 40.
Sharp in protection.
Ozzie Trapillo, Drew Kendall, drafted to the NFL a season ago at a place they call Offensive Line University here. Lonergan again, a completion into Fordham territory. It's Jerry. And they're also very excited about young Kalen Chudzinski, whose dad, of course, Rob Chudzinski, former head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Lonergan over the middle, has Bond again, down inside the 20, inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Alex Kemper, that rocket of an arm, won the job. Second and 8. Play action. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Jaden Skeet. 9-yard punt. Back for his 3rd drive of the game. Pass is complete along the far sideline. Boston College 3 of 3 on 3rd down. The Alabama transfer Dylan Lonergan off to a sparkling start. A couple of touchdown passes early on here, looking to keep the BC drive going. And the pass is broken up. Nice play. And we've called Andrew on.
Could make another run back at that national championship.
We'll see where Florida State fits in the mix after a 2-10 year a season ago. Lonergan taking a shot downfield. First deep throw of the game. Some contact.
Yeah, I mean, outside, I think, you know, that was a shot they didn't need to take because the coverage was there. But otherwise, they've done a really nice job of getting different players involved.
It's time to pass batted down. And Craig said it, now a 3rd and long for the Eagles. In the direction of Jaden Skeet from Omaha, Nebraska, ending up in the Bronx. He's got 3 tackles to start this game, and now a 3rd and 3 for Lonergan, trying to get back on track, and he does. It'll be close to a first down. Who stepped out in 2024. Lonergan. And the pass is complete across the 40 out to the
his legs when he needs to.
On a 3rd and 4. Incomplete, a little bit late, looking for Lewis Bond. Fordham has made adjustments. BC has sputtered. They've gone 3 and out in their last 3 drives. There's Lonergan back to Bond, and he goes over 100 receiving yards on the day with that catch.
With his leg, I mean, he bent it good.
So a 1st and 10 for Lonergan. Throws, catches made by McLaughlin out across the 35-yard line. 2nd and 2. All kinds of time, and Lonergan to the near sideline, catches more downs. Throw and catch made by the dependable Jeremiah. Clock continues to run as we approach 1 minute to go. Franklin again at the midfield. 2nd and 2 as we dip under a minute to go in this first half. Lonergan, the long throw in the direction of BC. A couple of timeouts remaining. 56 seconds to go in the second quarter on a 3rd and 2. Lonergan fits it in there. And they said, wait a minute, we need this guy here at Chestnut Hill. He's in the BC uniform, and they think he could be a big factor starting this season. 1st and 10, and the completion down. Lonergan deep downfield near the 13-yard line. Catch Chestnut Hill, and he's leading the Eagles on a drive here inside the 15. Throwing, end zone, touchdown, Jaden Skeet.
Still a new unit trying to gel that lost 3 outstanding players from 2024.
Third and 13 for the Eagles. Lonergan, Bond, blockers. Down to the 30. BC offensive coordinator Will Lawing said he's the same guy every day. He's got great command in the huddle, does the extra stuff that's not always required. And they think they may have the long-term answer here at BC. Does a nice job of catching that snap and making something out of nothing.
Back by the cold. Welcome to Massachusetts.
Right, exactly. Welcome to the Northeast. On a 3rd and 2, first down. Catch is made by Luke. BC opened the second half with the pick 6. They added a field goal on the previous drive, and now Lonergan looking for more. Over the middle, it's Lewis Bond. But he's been dynamite. On a 3rd and 5. Lonergan looking end zone, throws it up, it's caught. Touchdown, Reed Harris.
Recruiting wing getting a player like that without ever getting him on campus until the day he shows up to enroll.
Lonergan rolling, throwing, catch is made.
Back in the backfield with him on first down out of the gun. Skeet the motion man, quick throw. Lewis Bond had 11 catches last week, and this first one's getting back.
Of that group.
Richard stays in there on 2nd down and 10. They wanted to establish the run, but it's back-to-back passes to start the game. And this Michigan State defense was suffocating last week against Western Michigan. Didn't allow any points. The only points from Western came from a pick 6.
Showing pressure and drawing the audible at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10. They'll drop back. Rushing 3. Lonergan steps up. Lonergan goes down.
A year ago, 3 interceptions by Boston College.
This one's going to go around the edge. Slipping away. Jaden Skeet dragging tackler.
Now a jumbo formation, 3 tight ends in for BC.
Fake the pitch. Lonergan, swing it. Richard has to beat one, and he does down the sideline. Richard stays on his feet, lost the ball. Michigan State is there, and it's a touchback. Action, good to see him back out there on this drive. Put Reed Harris in motion on 2nd down and 8. Lonergan, good protection in the pocket. He just floats it to his tight end, Jeremiah Franklin, and they.
Hard to see what it could have been there. Hopefully he can get back in the ball game.
Shovel pass back to Franklin, and the tight end tries to back his. Some of those pass rushers include big number 11, Anelu Lafele, along with Grady Kelly, the Florida State transfer. 3rd down and 6. This time they bring 4. Lonergan, swing it. Well short. Lewis Bond made the tackle and then got planted.
He won't be available till the second half tonight.
Final 53 seconds of this first quarter. An eventful first quarter with only 7 points. Jordan McDonald is the back. Lonergan, deep drop, step into one over the middle of the field. He's got a man open in stride. He put it perfectly. V.J. Wilkins comes in, who last week had just 1 catch, and ironically, that one went for 55 yards. So on the season, he's got 2 catches for 111 yards. First down line brought to you by T-Mobile. It's a 2nd down and 8 for Lonergan. Quick throw, quick catch. Lewis Bond circumvents, stays on his feet, and a nice Richard stays in. They can get the first down at the 1-yard line. See Jordan Hall demonstrative on that Michigan State defense. Quick throw. Richard walks in.
He's seeing things well.
Lonergan to the sideline. Open. Dropped by Franklin.
Penalty against BC.
Pretty disciplined team. Michigan State brings 3. Lonergan's going to tuck it, and he's not going to go very far. Jordan Hall. And they get it off. Rusher comes. Lonergan hit. Lets it fly. It's dropped with a couple of flags down. Reed Harris, the intended target. See offense. Play action. A lot of time. Perfectly delivered. Ty Lockwood, his fellow Alabama. Michigan State nearly had too many on the field. Get off in time with just under 10 on the play clock. Lonergan going back to the air. Swing it to the outside. Wide open. Lewis Bond gets dragged backward. But
2012, 2013. And
first down. Lonergan. McDonald up the sideline.
see, the problem for Michigan, BC also a great academic school as well.
2nd and 5. Back to his running back, but McDonald couldn't. Turbo Richard caught the touchdown on the last drive. He's in there on 3rd and 5. Lonergan looking his way. Now back towards the middle. Wide open. Touchdown. Jaden Skeet behind the defense. And BC. Ozzie Trapillo, 2nd round pick to Chicago. And Drew Kendall, the center, 5th round pick to Philadelphia. Lonergan, just a miscommunication with Skeet on the outside. This could be a big stop and a chance to double dip. Lonergan, good time, evades, directs. Lonergan, incomplete, tight coverage on the outside. Skeet was the intended target, and the bigger deal right now is BC's drive remains alive. And Lonergan over the middle, another catch for Bond. Jordan Turner came in as a transfer, took that starting spot, and Hall worked tirelessly to get it back this season. Nice catch this time by Franklin, who had the drop in September. But Dylan Lonergan dealing in his first road start with 179 yards in this first half and 2 scores. First down. Fake it to Richard. Lonergan thought about taking a shot. Now he's got some room to run if he wants it. Shovel pass goes, and Franklin takes it across to the 20.
Wow, what a great play by Lonergan. They were trying to go deep. I mean, he's looking
already with 4 catches and 40 yards. Now they're going to go to the Bond for his 6th catch of the evening. Gets it inside of the 5th play of the drive, over 5 minutes off the clock. Now under 40 to play in this first half. Fake it to Bond. Lonergan looking, end zone, touchdown! Reed Harris, the big-bodied receiver, gets the lead back for the Eagles. 50 yards and 6 touchdowns through the first half of the first 2 games. And he's complete. Again, it's Bond. And he moves athletically. Build is similar. Mechie now with the Philadelphia Eagles. 2nd down and 4. Fake it to Richard. Lonergan steps back. In the pocket. Another perfect delivery. This time to Skeet. Gets spun down. Age of college football. He's married with a kid on the way. Aiden Childs, his quarterback, is 19. Lonergan set up the screen. It's Turbo Richard trying to live up to his name down the sideline. Inside the red zone.
first down play.
Spartans ecstatic to have Snow back on the field after a number of injuries. Lonergan sidearm to the outside. Richard can't get away. Spun down by quick throw. Bond. The 10th straight completion is going to be short of a first down, but might have been enough to extend drives. Play clock down to 3.
They want to drop 8. They're rushing 3. They'll force the underneath throw and try to tackle.
Richard to the outside. Will not get there.
To get it out from your goal line, but they've got the quarterback 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Michigan State did have a safety. Their only points last week in the second half against Western Michigan. Can they do it again to take the lead? Lonergan will throw. Good pocket. Steps into it. It was short, but looks like the adjustment was made. And it's first down from the 19.
Gutsy throw by Lonergan.
They go back to the air. And a little bit high. Tipped and out of the hands of...
Longtime coach is on the BC staff with Bill O'Brien.
Empty set on 2nd and 10. Lonergan behind his receiver. Bond couldn't get to it, and it was nearly picked.
for BC so far tonight.
Lonergan, clean pocket, batted down at the line.
As good as Lonergan has been, it's what have you done for me lately, because now he's got to play his best.
Turbo Richard catching memo when he was the offensive coordinator in Tuscaloosa. Can lead his team to a win on the road. Lonergan over the middle. Oh, that's tipped and incomplete. In the final 90 seconds last year in a 23-19 victory for Boston College at Chestnut Hill. 2:25 to play. 2nd and 10. Lonergan delivers. Incomplete, looking for Frank. Motion Richard. 3rd and 10. Lonergan over the middle. It's caught. Franklin bouncing off bodies for the first down.
Beautiful, beautiful timing, because he throws this as soon as his tight end turns.
Richard goes out wide. Lonergan over the middle. It's caught. Bond inside the 40. First down.
See, again, when they put the middle of that zone defense.
Keeping their 2 timeouts. Plenty of time for Lonergan. Right back to Bond. His main man gets another first down, but stays in bounds. Lonergan on first down. Continues to sling it. It's Franklin again.
Field goal here. I'm thinking BC is going to try to attack the end zone on me.
10th play of the drive. Lonergan. Oh, that was a nice beat to the football.
In the middle of this operation.
3rd and 5. Lonergan. Rifles. Incomplete. He was looking for... Lonergan to Richard. First down. Out of bounds. In there. Moore in motion. Lonergan outside. Bond trying to get away, and he's down to the 1-yard line. Turns to 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line.
Unbalanced to the left. 3 linemen there.
Lonergan pump, fire, touchdown! Jeremiah Franklin all alone. Concepts of offensive football from Kalen DeBoer and that pre-snap routine from Bill O'Brien. Quite the combination. Lonergan over the middle. Again, it's Franklin. 1st and goal.
Franklin here, Bond's up here.
Lonergan through his progressions. On the run, incomplete, knocked away by a Morion Smith.
Him tonight, ACC's leader in solo tackles coming in. 2nd and 10, Lonergan's first throw. And the catch is made out across the 15 to the 16.
That was a nice way to start out.
BC almost 59% on 3rd down through 2 ball games. Lonergan to work. Here come the Cardinals. Throw across the middle. Catch is made and a first down.
I.e. Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, no question. Quick throw here on the 2nd down play. Richard the catch, but there's the old neck roll you really made him do.
Oh.
3rd down and long here. Snap to Lonergan. Pocket collapsing. Now he'll dig out of it. Try to turn the corner, and he's going to be short by
Schedule setup play action pass.
Here's the 2nd and short play. Lonergan against pressure. Got to step up in the pocket. Nice catch. Up the ladder went Reed Harris.
Your best players got to make big plays.
All 6'5", 217 pounds of him. Here's the perimeter play, and this is Bond who made the first down miss. Whoa, took a big lick as he broke midfield. Old boys from the AFC South. Here's the first down, 2nd down play, and that's Lewis.
Now he's a good runner. He's subtly got an extra 4 yards there.
That's Franklin, the tight end, had some catches early. Here's a little shovel pass inside, and they get Zeke Moore the ball. Transfer from Florida Atlantic for a couple of yards, and he did it in week 1 against Fordham. You have to go back all the way to Matt Ryan's days to find an 11-catch game. Is that ball intercepted? It was knocked away.
On around right now.
Richard in the backfield with Lonergan. 2-by-2 look. Stanford brings 4. Lonergan tees it up and trying to go to Franklin.
Shuffle there. That's not good for them to run the football up there, but it's the cards you've been dealt.
Ball at the 27-yard line. McDonald is the running back. Lonergan is going to loop it out to his running back, and this is Jordan McDonald picking up 8, 9, and sliding for a first down to the far side at the 37. Big left guard for interim head coach Frank Wright. Second down and 9. Lonergan, quick shot, that's Bond the catch, and he'll pick up in the defensive line as Richard will take a swing pass from Lonergan, and here goes Turbo down the far sideline, and Richard scores. Gotten to their time in development where they felt pretty good about them. Jude Bowery being one of them, Steve, at the left tackle spot.
Talented guy.
Yep. Here's Lonergan from the pocket, rips it middle of the field, and another terrific athletic grab by Harris.
The touchdown, it's going to start to roll a little downhill.
Second down. Lonergan to throw here.
Got all day.
With time, taking the shot deep, and an over-the-shoulder catch. First grab of the night, or no, it's Reed Harris again. One of them have run it for more than about 60 yards. There's a throw and another grab. That's Jeremiah Franklin, the tight end. Changing sides of the rivalry in the big game. Here's the second down. Pressure coming. Lonergan got rid of it, took a shot. Richard the catch, first down inside the 20, got dumped over at the 17.
Takes the strike, but he knows right where the back is going to be, and he's able to hit him in stride.
And there's a turnover. Second fumble of the year by Boston College, and Stanford falls on it. That's Clay Patterson. The transfer from Yale comes up with a ball handling miscue by BC.
Yeah, it's a bad snap. It's off to the right. It's hot. Came back kind of hot. And Dylan, couldn't get his hands on it. It affected the mesh. But there was penetration by Clay Patterson. As you said, Wes, he was in.
Was cashed in for the touchdown.
Turnovers kill you.
Empty set. Here's Lonergan. Hesitates. Was trying to get it to Bond.
She has a pass rusher.
Second down and 10. Snap to Lonergan. Cardinal bring 4. And that's intercepted. Breaking free and going to the end zone is Colin. Kind of got a little juice to it.
Absolutely, Wes. There's certainly an energy resurgence here. Even before the game, it was loud. Fans are excited, as you saw on that last play. And you have to think it's Frank Reich and Andrew Luck bringing back.
By Harris again, Steve. He's had a great first half. This is 20 yards.
Yeah, they're running a little corner route by him and a little flat route, and it was a beautiful ball.
Lonergan was trying to take the deep shot again to Harris.
They feel like he's maybe the best offensive lineman. Very athletic. You can see his athleticism and protection.
Second down. Lonergan. Near side, Bond the catch, tackle even keel, right?
Yeah.
No matter what's happened, he's kind of kept the same approach.
No panic with this guy. This guy can bring you where you need to go.
Broom stays in the game. Lonergan from the pocket again. Near side throw and a catch. And that first and 10. Pressure coming from the perimeter. Lonergan sets. Here is Bond the catch. And he'll just duck under and pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the play. And another timeout taken by Bill O'Brien. That'll quick throw here, trying to go to 3rd and long. .40 seconds to go in this first half. Lonergan, Richard the catch, first down to the.
Yeah, I mean Doherty grabbed his jersey the whole bit.
Oh, and Lonergan almost threw it away. Now 2nd and 10. 25 seconds to go. Pump, throw, and this is Franklin at the 15. Tries to keep his feet. Eagles getting up to the line with 10. Snap to Lonergan. Cardinal bring 4. Dylan going to throw for the end zone and offline. Stanford had some of their best offensive balance in those first 2, and then, boy, really cashed in on the turnovers. I know Frank Reich was pleased to see that. Here's Lonergan taking a shot, and this is Harris, who's having a career night, and he can't haul it in. Good to see Dwayne Alec trying to give him the let's go. He's got Eric's Daugherty at the left guard spot, and here's a pistol on 2nd and 10 for Lonergan. That's Wilkins, the speedster in motion. Boy, what a play by Rose. My 3rd down and 16.
It's not a down you want to be in.
Lonergan shoots it up the field and offline for Ski. The 3 and out starts off their 15. You see the numbers on Lonergan. Fast start tonight. Has cooled off considerably, including his first interception. There's a quick throw on the perimeter. Lonergan tried to throw it to Franklin. Sacramento State was still the head football coach, is to work with Bobby April as the defensive coordinator. Enjoyed our visit with him yesterday. Lonergan throws it into traffic. Bond the catch.
Create a pass rush, get him unsettled. So we've seen some luck with them doing that, and especially now.
There's a big 3rd down play in a tie game. Pressure coming. Lonergan moves to his left. Is he going to run for this? He does. He gets the 1st down.
Yeah, Turbo gave him a nice little run there.
2nd down and 5. Lonergan rolls right, throws. This is Harris, who's having a career night, and he's down to the 21. 6 catches, 138. Wonder if Montana's close enough that Reed needed a ticket allotment tonight. Inside 5 to go in the 3rd. Lonergan on 1st down. Dumps it back across. Did the catch. 2nd down and goal. Lonergan. He'll sail it out of the back of the end zone.
Goal here.
Here's Lonergan. Pressure coming. He'll throw. Catch is made. Franklin tried to hit here with about 95 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. Lonergan in trouble. Pressure coming. Sidearm throw. McDonald looking for space. And he'll pick up these.
Well, I'm glad he's trying to be a leader, and that's what it's all about. You're on the road right now. You got yourself in a barn burner. You got to grab it by the horns and go.
2nd and long, and Lonergan to throw again. Looping it and over the head of Harris.
Getting havoc right now. They're not sitting still for BC to line them up.
Here's the 2nd down 11 play. Lonergan throws. Lewis Bond the catch. So 3rd and 7 becomes 3rd and 2 here. Lonergan to throw. Across the middle. Catch made. Harris 1st down. Right and 3 to the left. From the pocket, crossing route, and that's Franklin, the tight end, and he'll get to the 40. He and Bond to that left side. Skeet's the fastest guy, along with V.J. Wilkins, that BC has. Eagles under duress. That got batted away. And that's Rose again.
Go. Lonergan rolls the pocket. It's Bond, incomplete though, had a foot on.
He's very much their guy. They're looking to get him back on track.
Bond just had a foot on the chalk, couldn't get one in bounds. So it was an incomplete pass to start the game. Lonergan again looking for Bond and finds him at the 20. Spins away from the tackler and gets it just outside the 20.
Into this season, 43 carries as well. I really like their backup running back, Jordan McDonald, as well as a change of pace guy.
Lonergan to throw again. As a receiver, that's Harris. Brought down.
Defensive-wise, they found a quarterback this year. If the defense can get right, this can be a good team.
Lonergan fakes the handoff. As a receiver, Bond makes the catch out of bounds at about the 40. Now he's in motion. Fake the handoff to him. Lonergan tried to get it to Harris. It was covered well by Uluavi.
Defense.
10th play of this drive to open the game for BC. Lonergan stays in the pocket, finds Bond for a short gain.
Throughout the season of if the 1st or 2nd read isn't there, he does a nice job getting to his 3rd and 4th read.
Jordan McDonald was split. Now he's in the backfield. He'll stay in the block. Lonergan has a receiver open. That's Harris again down to the 15. Bond in motion. Richard has it inside the 10, finally dragged.
Turbo Richard to get his head around, and Lonergan to understand what the defense has given him is key in this game.
Lonergan, he'll keep it himself. Inside the 5, touchdown.
Triggering and coming up with a huge turnover for your defense.
Thornton's first interception of the year sets up BC deep into Cal territory. Empty backfield for Lonergan, looking to throw on first down. Flush from the pocket, just going to have to throw this one away.
Two-headed backfield for him.
Bond in motion, now back outside. Lonergan to throw. Steps up in the pocket, tries to use his feet, can't get from it. Chris Cotter with you in Chestnut Hill. Lonergan to throw to open up this drive. Puts it on the money to Bond. Eludes one tackler, gets near midfield, first down.
Field to get within one score.
Lonergan, play action. Doesn't have a receiver downfield. Now just throws this one away. Those 14 points scored by Boston College.
Improving tackling on defense, and the only way to do that is get good on good live action.
McLaughlin. He's going to have to make somebody miss. He can't do it. Really nice job on the tackle by Lonergan to throw. Looking to Richard out of the backfield, makes the catch.
Be the side that I lean my run game towards.
Lonergan fakes the pitch. Gets it back out to Turbo. Can't make a man miss. Another.
Chiave Sangopola-Tele, but he responded from there. Lonergan's played incredibly efficient.
Oh, that one was almost picked. And Lonergan looking downfield. He's got Bond inside the 40.
Utilizing tempo, but still have all 3 timeouts. Still a lot of time to complete this drive.
Lonergan going for it all with Bond. Overshoots.
They're going to look Bond's way. Let's see what they do here on fourth
down. Yes. Richard makes the catch over his shoulder.
Running from the opposite side, trying to defend against the running back.
Lonergan over the middle, try to get his tight end first.
Standing this defense at that young of an age is impressive.
Cal again brings 4, so Lonergan is going to have time. That ball batted up in the air and incomplete.
The line to get pressure and have 8 guys defend.
They bring 4. Lonergan steps up. That's a tough pass. He didn't get everything.
Look at the chain too. Right. The NIL era has been good to the jewelry industry.
Lonergan going deep. All kinds of contact and flags.
The New Jersey. He probably likes the way that looks though.
It's the center, Michael Crounce. Lonergan to throw over the middle. There's his tight end, Franklin, inside the 40. He is at the top of your screen now in motion. Instead, they get it to King. Can't shoot a tackle, though. Polidor did a nice job of hanging on for dear life. No gain.
There and getting the legs.
Bond again in motion. He's in motion on almost every single play, 11 in red. Coming back this way. Lonergan rolls it, wants a block. Gets
rather than 3rd and 10 is a big deal.
Now they're 0 for 3 on their last 3rd down tries in terms of converting. They're going to convert this one, though, with Turbo. Inside the 30, and flags down, though, behind the play.
Offense.
Well, you go from a 1st down conversion to a 3rd down and a mile. Lonergan looking to the sideline, empty backfield. Cal's going to bring just 4, so Lonergan has time. Hits his man. That was Pugh, but Lonergan to throw. Franklin can't hang on.
Good no call.
Lonergan's going to throw from his own end zone. Dangerously intercepted. It's Massis with his 4th on the year, and he gets it over.
One at Stanford. They're sticking with their bell cow.
Lonergan to throw. This time McDonald out of the backfield.
Back wheel routes in this scenario. Do they do it again? Yes, they do.
Bring back some pressure. Richard couldn't handle it. Turbo Richards had the huge game in the backfield. Lonergan, Bond. Lonergan's going to throw.
That was an absolute dart right there. That was an excellent throw by Lonergan. I thought he had someone open underneath, could have got him. Forced issue to his playmaker.
Flag down. We had movement.
We'll be back at Pitt next week too. It'll be a little bit of a homecoming.
We will. We'll have BC at Pitt next week. BC hoping to get back in the win column before we get into the Steel City. Lonergan, tight end. Watch out here. Took a big hit. Held on to the ball, but didn't make
all day. The underneath stuff, and then rally to make a tackle.
Lonergan again hits Chudzinski. Makes the.
Yeah, have to pass it with under a minute left.
Lonergan to throw. Looking for Bond. Overthrows him. Once again, Wagner.
They're going to go empty. Harder to pressure an offense when they're in an empty formation.
4th down and 8. Lonergan. Pressure comes. Gets rid of it. Has Bond. It'll be a 1st down for the Eagles.
That's a great quarterback play and excellent receiver play as well.
Lonergan steps up.
Yep.
Flag down.
Said the same thing on the other side with Tron Grizel for Cal.
Lonergan on 1st down. Has his man caught inside the 10. Harris again. Clock will start on the snap. BC's got the 1 timeout. Turbo's in the backfield with Lonergan. Lonergan to throw. Looking to the end zone. Incomplete. Harris had. Bond in motion. Lonergan looking his way. Over the middle. Intercepted. Picked off by Luke Farrell. Turbo Richard in the backfield with Lonergan. He had a huge game last week against Cal, finally breaking through. Lonergan throws it to him in the flat, but he's tracked down. Maybe broke 2-3 tackles before he's finally tackled for a loss of about 3.
They like looking towards number 11, Lewis Bond, in this slot towards the top of the screen.
Pitt comes with just 4, so Lonergan has time and has a receiver near the 1st down marker, but he's going to be.
There was nothing apparent in terms of what, it wasn't a contact thing. It was almost like he just planted awkward. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Lonergan looking to throw. Looking downfield, has Harris. Just overshoots him a bit.
For them a year ago, he's been banged up. That to me is big, not just in the run game, but the pass game as well. Help out your young quarterback.
Pitt brings pressure on 3rd and 10. Harris makes the catch at midfield, and he got
win on the outside lanes. Expect a lot of those outside lane shots today.
Again, pressure up the middle. They get it out to Bond, and he picks up 5.
Push the run, but because of that, he puts a lot of responsibility on his corners.
Lonergan on 3rd and 6. No chance.
4th and 3, obviously. Have to think they have to pass here.
And they do snap it. Pitt brings pressure up the middle. Lonergan's trying to get it with his legs, and he won't even be close.
Without a doubt, how does Florida State respond from the Virginia loss? That would have been even bigger if they were going into that undefeated, but in Tallahassee, they'll be a good one.
That's what they want to do as many times.
If that's the case, got to win downfield shots. Those vertical routes like we saw from Harris earlier.
Pressure up the middle. Bo McCormick makes the catch out of the backfield, but he's brought down on a
Ferguson coming along.
Only 3 yards on 5 carries on the day for Boston College. Lonergan looking to throw, and he's going to go deep. As his man Harris just overshoots him. Lonergan to throw. As a man is tight end, Franklin absorbs the hit, stays on his feet. Now loses the football, and it's picked up by Pitt. Kyle Lewis, who always seems to be.
So trying to, I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes, but get that defensive coordinator thinking that a weapon could come back.
Lonergan's got to make something happen here. Here's Bond. They just cannot connect.
They're able to get a pass rush with a defensive tackle.
Third down and forever. 3rd down into the Susquehanna River. That's how far it is for Boston College. Defender got there early.
That catch, and that was like crazy. I was like, that's the same catch.
Antonio, thank you. Enjoy the rest of this game.
A lot before.
Pitt brings some pressure. It's picked up initially, so Lonergan's going to have time, and he put it right on the money.
Because you could have drawn up if you're Pat Narduzzi.
Boston College has 65 yards of offense and 50 yards on penalties.
And if you're Pitt, obviously you do not want that to happen. Go into halftime with this offense still searching for answers.
Pitt gets the ball to start the second half. Blitz picked up. Lonergan underneath.
Great in coverage. Lewis, Miles, Lovelace, hard to get by.
Lonergan can't find an open receiver. Miami, Florida State tonight. Special broadcast on ACCN. Boston College, good start defensively to the second half. Let's see what Lonergan can do offensively. Has his back. McDonald lowers his shoulder and runs over a defender.
In quarter and a half or whatever it is, he's obviously a key piece to this offense.
PC into Pitt territory. First time. Now they're out of Pitt territory. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Came in weeks 1 and 2, and then he kind of hit a bit of a lull, was benched for a minute, but he's back in the lineup after being on the bench the previous 2 games.
On second down, Lonergan was hammered. He got rid of it quickly. Jaden Skeet now healthy for BC.
And second down to make it 3rd and manageable. This is a really tough down and distance for your first 3rd down of the game.
Notre Dame showing pressure. Richard lines up in pass pro. He'll help his quarterback out. Nearly intercepted.
Need to make some plays on the perimeter with his arm if they're going to hang with Notre Dame today.
Lonergan sensing the pressure. Escapes to the 40. It'll be 3rd down from this. 3rd down and 5 for the BC Eagles. Their 2nd possession of this game. To Bond. Keeps his balance, picks up the 1st down, and Lewis Bond.
One of the hair late on the pass off. Great play design by Lawing.
Screen pass behind the line, and lassoed down quickly was Bond.
Can spark this offense on this drive.
Yeah, it was Grayson James the last 2 weeks, and now it's Lonergan, the Alabama transfer. Who got the start. 2nd possession for BC. They'll send the screen to Turbo Richard. Dragging a defender back into plus territory. He'll make some.
Big wide receiver Malachi Fields an opportunity to make a play on the ball.
Eagles get it back. 9 plays for just 17 yards thus far. To the edge goes Jaden. McDonald motions out Lonergan across the middle. Jeremiah Franklin tripped up near the line. You love having those physical wideouts blocking on the edge.
Absolutely.
Lonergan loads one up, looking for the seam, sitting down and making the play. Back at the 30.
Lonergan to throw.
Just got to keep winning, stay alive, can't stub your toe.
Lonergan is back in there. Finds his receiver, Reed Harris, who has stood up and fights for an extra couple of years.
Great schedule down the stretch. They'll face Georgia Tech, Notre Dame, and Miami. Hardest stretch of any of the ACC teams left.
Georgia Tech will play this BC team who's got something going here with Harris. 2nd play in a
year ago, 4 catches for 78 yards. This drive, it's really the first time we've seen the pass game open up.
Lonergan's going to do it with his feet. Coach O'Brien said he's underrated.
Drive if you're BC.
Lonergan to throw. Has a pocket, steps up, he can run. Got a lot of room inside the 20, slides down at the 10.
2nd half, it leaves your defense tired and vulnerable.
Faking the pitch to Turbo. Now out to him in the flat, has to beat a man and does inside the 5. Pick up a 1st down at the 1. Turbo started in motion, now back in the backfield. Lonergan looking to throw. He and Bond and not on the
SMU offense is. Field goals is not going to win you this game. He's going for it here on 4th and 3.
Lonergan to throw from the pocket. Now he rolls right. Has a man in the back of the end zone. Just overshoots his tight end. Lonergan to throw on 1st down. Has Harris.
Oftentimes lines up in the boundary, the short side of the field. You get safety rolling the other way. There's windows to be had.
Turbo out of the backfield. Into SMU territory.
Formation.
Lonergan is 6 of 8 since coming in relief. Pressure up the middle. There's Bond. Couldn't quite escape the defender.
You'll see him break out like we saw there. You'll see him slant towards the middle of the field and also hitch down.
Lonergan. That time Franklin is tied in. Another 1st.
After your group in the huddle, sometimes going tempo allows guys to think less and just play.
Lonergan directing, wanted to get a block. Instead, he gets it to Pugh. And Pugh with a nice gain. They'll bring it back 1st and 15. Harris in motion. Lonergan gets it to him. Lowers his shoulder. Gets it in. Lonergan to throw on 3rd down. Trying to find Bond and just overthrows him.
Given away, and then 2 turnover on downs.
Lonergan to throw. Bond, you knew he was going to take it.
Those 2 turnovers were key in terms of not allowing BC to get momentum.
Lonergan to throw. Bond out of bounds.
Pauly, nice call too by defensive coordinator Scott Simons. You're blitzing right into that counter run game.
Lonergan Hits Bond inside the 10, but a marker down right at the line of scrimmage.
At this point in the game, doesn't really do much for you. Bond in the backfield.
Lonergan has time, can run it, steps up. Won't get the first.
See if BC can get some points here.
No timeouts for Lonergan. Outstanding pass in zone. They were opportunistic there to kick that last field goal at the very end of the first half. Turbo split out to the top of your screen. It's a good look at Dylan Lonergan. Bond trying to shake a defender and does enough to pick up close to the first down.
We're back and run game specific things. Lonergan in, open up the pass game a little bit. Got to get Harris and Bond going in the second half.
Pugh maybe gets a yard. Ahmad Moses.
1-2-0-5. Both guys a week ago were double-digit tacklers.
Underneath. It's just 50 yards of total offense on 4 plays for SMU today. They've hit him with big plays. Now Lonergan trying to make one of his own. Oh, he gets horse-collared.
Bo Richard to cut up the field.
Fake this time to Richard. Lonergan looking downfield into all kinds of traffic, and it's picked off. Holly inside of BC. Second down and 11 now for Lonergan. Empty backfield. Pressure off the edge, trying to get it downfield, and can't hook up with VJ Wilk.
Had success with Lonergan breaking the pocket. Obviously a tough scenario and advantageous for SMU's defensive line here.
BC just 1 for 9, converting third downs today. Lonergan. Looks like his hand might have gotten hit as he released that one.
End zone here, and the other time they tried to get to Lewis Bond.
SMU backs out of pressure. They bring just 3. Lonergan still flushed out of the pocket. Good catch.
Reason why he leads the ACC in receptions this season.
6 catches on the day. Make that 7. Falls forward beyond the 40.
From the defender, seeing the trust they have in Lewis Bond to come down with it.
Lonergan again finds Bond over the middle. Stays on his feet. Falls.
Productive for BC, multiple years. Opportunity to potentially leave the program, go for NIL dollars elsewhere, has stayed and is one of their leaders.
Harris took a big hit. Get your head kicked in every week when you've got that little to play for in terms of down the road, you know?
You run out of messages to say.
Lonergan throws that to empty space.
They've just they haven't come up with the play the times when they need to.
Ball comes out. Tight end Franklin incomplete.
He can sneak up on you and get in a win.
Lonergan to throw. Ball batted up in the air, incomplete.
And right now, if it's between the ACC and the Big 12, the Big 12's probably positioned more favorably to get that second team in, but if these boot Notre Dame out and then take their spot in the CFP.
Third down, pressure for SMU. Oh, what a catch by Harris. Contact down.
You win. You're now in the ACC for a second year. You can tap into more of the local recruiting roots, which obviously Dallas is a hotbed.
Lonergan steps into it. Bond at the 30. Mark him.
Time of year in November, all sorts of injuries.
Lonergan to throw. McDonald catches that one behind him. Falls forward for a... You don't see a lot of backs at even 6'1" that much anymore. Lonergan going for Harris, and Harris has made some spectacular catch. Trying to find Chudzinski and couldn't bring it in. His freshman tight end, Holiday.
Out to then allow more room for others to come join him.
I would appreciate that spacing. Franklin making the catch. First down.
That's a great
the red bandana bucket. Lonergan fakes it. Now he's got McDonald in the end zone if he can get it to him, and he does.
Lonergan to work. An Atlanta native from Snellville and Brookwood High School. Of course, transferred from Alabama. He wants to throw on first down, and it's almost picked by Rodney Shelley.
Down in distance here, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and you're backed up like this. You got to be careful you don't get a holding penalty in the end zone, and maybe just try to get a couple more yards out here. Now they're going to throw it.
They are going to throw it. Middle of the field, looking in. It's caught. Coming forward is Reed Harris. Open field for Harris and into Georgia Tech territory.
Reed Harris is a guy that Georgia Tech better be concerned about right now in these long balls. He's a guy that's got great range.
What a boost for Boston College early. Deep in the own territory. Long throw, Lonergan. That's Turbo Richard, and he'll get wrestled to the ground. Balls Montana, the redshirt sophomore at 6'5", Reed Harris. Now second down. Here's Lonergan again, trying to slip it to Richard, and he's knocked down.
In college, here they go again right now, and on this side of the field, if they get half of it, they'll probably go for it on fourth down.
Richard stays in the backfield with Lonergan. They're going to throw here, pressure coming. He'll shoot it, and beyond the reach of Lewis Bond and talent.
No talent means it doesn't take any talent to stay on side. Yeah. That's a mental thing. It's not a physical thing. It just takes focus and concentration.
Lonergan faked it to McDonald, kept it to the.
They would run this in right now, but I don't know. That back is up pretty close. They might be throwing it.
Snap to Lonergan. He's going to boot and reroute here to the right. String it all the way out. Ebert is there, and they're going to rough Lonergan down to the. Thornton, who has the reputation as a hitter, gives Lonergan and the Eagles the ball off their own 26, and now Lonergan looking to flee the pocket, and a catch.
Nice low grabbing catch there and put him in great down and distance. Second and long one.
Tied at 7, and Boston College to work here now with some real momentum. Not only the touchdown by Richard, but now a turnover by Georgia Tech.
Wonder if they'll take a shot here. You know, after that, putting him, they've got a down to burn here.
Lonergan wants to throw. That's Bond, and he dropped it. Typically when those do, they're pretty clear cut, right?
Yeah, I would think.
Here's Bond through the formation. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 40. Lonergan looking to throw. Up in the pocket, and he'll shoot it in the flat. And that's the tight end.
I don't know. You know, they're probably saying he's trying to keep him off the linebacker. I think he's just trying to defeat a block, but sure, I don't know. You don't see that called very often. In either case, first down.
And now Lonergan going to keep it on the read play again.
It's when they need to do. They said he's more athletic than people think.
McDonald's come back in as the running back here on 2nd and the full 10. Lonergan to throw. And he'll dump it to Bond. That's the catch that'll tie Zay Flowers. And he got. So Pugh and Bond go to the far side. They take Harris to the near side. They've got the 3rd tight end in the ball game. Here's Lonergan hit as he throws and overthrows Turbo Richard.
Underneath the safety dig route or Lewis Bond. Look like they're doubling Lewis. So let's see what happens.
Lonergan looks, shoots. That's Chudzinski the catch. A flag has been thrown across the way. There are 2 flags now thrown. One at the 28 and another one back inside the 15. It would be a first down if all things are equal here. Or we'll replay it. And Jerry Magallanes sorting it out.
Well, I'm guessing that last flag is some sort of targeting, but I don't know that I saw a targeting, but let's see. It happened fast.
There
are 2 fouls on the play, 1 by each team. Illegal touching, offense number 85 was covered up, went downfield and caught the pass. Personal foul, defense targeting.
Back in the old side of their field and get a return and rock and roll.
Harris in motion. Richard is the running back for Lonergan. Straight drop down the field and offline for Lewis Bond into the backfield. Lonergan to throw. Looks inside. Bond the catch. He's now Boston College's all-time leader in receptions.
5-man pressure and played man coverage, and Lewis Bond's too good for that.
Lonergan off his back foot will throw it out of bounds. Man has been. Lonergan shoots it up the field. It is caught. That's Harris. He's shoved out of bounds by Rodney Shelley.
So much length.
Lonergan again going to throw Chudzinski's way, and he got hit hard. That was. That's Harris through the formation. Lonergan ready. Up in the pocket, down the field. That's Harris. 35-30. Harris with white shirts there. Tackled at the 20.
Backer depth, but no pass rush from Georgia Tech. None.
Lonergan for Chudzinski. And he's tackled immediately. 2nd and 11 after the penalty. Lonergan, end zone shot, just beyond the reach of Reed Harris. Lonergan with pressure coming, hit as he throws. Oh, Harris caught it, and there's a flag thrown. It's 1st and goal. We'll check the marker. It might be a late hit on the quarterback. So Boston College can try and get the tie here. 26 seconds left. Bill O'Brien's got 1 timeout to go.
Now they're in man coverage again on Lewis Bond. They're going to come with a 5-man pressure here.
10th play of the drive. Lonergan looks right, throws that way to Chazinski. Touchdown, Boston College.
Physical.
Turbo Richard, the running back. 2 tight ends in the set. Lonergan to throw here on 1st down. Looping it, and it's caught. And knocked to the ground is Dazio.
Okay, all right.
2nd and better than 11 here. Again, Lonergan loads, shoots it, caught.
And you're buying purses. It's a
And
little
shoes.
different. And shoes. I don't want to leave
Jackets.
that out. No,
You
can't
know.
leave that out. Leave it. Get it all in there.
3rd down now. BC to throw again. This is Bond near a 1st down.
Let's not forget the accuracy by Dylan Lonergan.
Lonergan, play fake, now going to loop it back for Richard, and incomplete. ESPN app. Turbo Richard in the ball game. BC off its 25. Dylan Lonergan from Lawrenceville, Georgia, played at Brookwood High School in the Atlanta area. Play fake to Richard. Lonergan wants to take the shot. Harris and Bond. It's Bond at the 45. Midfield, Lewis Bond into Georgia Tech territory at the 43.
Lonergan.
He gets Pugh, the wide receiver, here in the slot to the near side. He's a 6-foot freshman. And they put Richard here down to the bottom of your screen. Lonergan looks back that way, and it is caught. That's Jeremiah, and elected to stay. Lonergan going to flip it here to the near side. That's Franklin, got by the 1st tackle and will be brought down.
Let's see if they're going to attack this by continuing to throw it, or they're going to run it a little bit here.
4-point lead. We're late in the 3rd quarter. BC, who has struggled all year in the red zone, especially in conference play, is 3 for 3 today. Lonergan sets, throws, it's caught. That's Harris at the 10, inside the 5, touchdown.
Right now, let's see if Georgia Tech can create a rush on the quarterback here.
They bring Bond out of the backfield into a slot here with Reed Harris at the near side. Lonergan looking that way, back across the middle. Chazinski has
great receivers right now.
See, it's been 8 years since the Eagles led a ranked team at home in the 4th quarter. Here's Lonergan back up in the pocket. Ooh, off the hands of Chazinski.
We're to run through here on a 3-man rush. My guess is they're going to rush 3 and play coverage.
They bring 4. Lonergan looks for Chazinski. No, beyond his reach. And 10 yards over that. They're 4:31 as they take on 1st and 10 off their 25. Go the Eagles, and Lonergan wants to loop it down the field, and it's overthrown for Luke McKinney.
But you can't. You're going to be struggling if you try to just bring 4-man rushes.
Franklin, the tight end, in motion. 2nd and 10. Lonergan looking for help here, and it's dropped. And that was McLaughlin.
Guys right now.
Harris to the top of the screen, Steve. Bond in the slot with Pugh at the bottom. And here's Lonergan looking to throw. This is Turbo Richard. Made the first guy miss, but Richard will be brought down right at the line to make the 34. It's going to be 4th and 1.
There's no quit. They're going to fight right now.
Here is Lonergan to throw. To his right, downfield. Oh, Bond couldn't hang on.
Down in 20.
Lonergan up in the pocket, down the seam for Franklin, who makes the catch. What a catch by Jeremiah Franklin.
Getting ripped it, and what a catch Franklin made.
Lonergan now 327 yards on 24 of 37.
That was a critical play there, huh? You don't see those convert very often.
Again, a drop. Crossing route, Bond, the catch, flipped over, but a BC
create some pass rush here. They can't give him all day to throw the football here because he's got some receivers that can make plays.
Lonergan up in the pocket, down the field. That's caught by Bond at the 50. And Bond here to the near side.
Yeah, I think this is all by design. I think they're going to throw the ball to Reed Harris.
Here's Lonergan dancing to his right. Now going to set. He'll sail it down the field. It's short of the end zone, and it is incomplete. And the ball game is over. There are no flags.
142 receiving yards. Bond had 106. And coming up just short. So now on a 3rd down and 4. Catches made, and that is good enough for a first down. They have 2 outstanding wide receivers, and they're going to come out throwing the football right from the start. Defended well.